Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Black Ultra. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Red, yellow.
Back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Tank Bigsby
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Field, black. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jags return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Tank Bigsby
Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
Here we go.
I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Ready up.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They give to Achane on the option.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Ready.
First down, Miami.
Cut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Bang.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's go. Cut.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Let's go.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Hooker going to try and throw for it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Hooker to the air yet again. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Ayuk going to go in motion right.
Ready.
On second down, Hooker.
Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Come 19. Come 19.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Jaguars 66, Dolphins nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Hooker.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar save.
Trayvon Walker.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And he will have a Dolphins first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Hooker's going to throw it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Hooker now off play action. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
They will go for it. It's Hooker.
That is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade and Hurricane. And the Jags are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
96 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. 2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the carry, Bigsby. Taken down at the 30.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Another run by Bigsby.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now HN on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hooker now, 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete. They had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here's Bigsby. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
A run here with Bigsby.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Hawkins. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Ready.
First down, Dolphins.
Right through. Cut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This is caught by Hawkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Here we go. Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive.
He's going to be sacked back to the 23-yard line.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Hey, run!
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
$13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57.
And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Green Jack. Ready.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Ram 23.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the